White Island erupts as of February 2 of 2025. There are currently 44 volcanoes which are actively erupting around the planet, a total which is 2 less than were erupting last week. One of these erupting volcanoes is New Zealand's White Island volcano, which at times contains the planet's most acidic crater lake, having a pH of 0.95. While White Island is technically still erupting, the intensity of this eruption, which peaked on December 3 of 2024, has greatly declined, only consisting of occasional weak ash emissions in its strong ongoing gas plumes. White Island's central crater is incredibly highly hydrothermally altered, meaning that many harder rocks have over time been replaced by more brittle albeit more colorful clay minerals. And now, here are this week's top volcano-related news stories. This week's top story: in Japan, a strange swarm of earthquakes struck a submarine portion of the vast Ira caldera, which has not erupted in more than 10,000 years. Heading to the southern hemisphere, it appears that a new intrusion of magma is occurring at the towering Ulawun volcano, meaning it could soon erupt. I also want to note that a fairly strong episode earthquake swarm is ongoing close to Mexico hot spring to Greece's Colombo volcano, although it may not even be related to the volcano and just be purely tectonic. However, this swarm will not be discussed in today's video since I already made a full video on the topic yesterday. And in what is this week's top story, a vent randomly appeared close to the community of San Marcos Evangelista in Mexico, venting gas, ejecting very hot water, and erupting mud. The sudden appearance of this geothermal feature caused many people to ask, is this a sign of volcanic activity, perhaps from, say, the Colima volcano? Thankfully not, with this feature's bubbling up hot water not being related to Colima, with that volcano being centered 90 kilometers to the south, too far to be related. There is a closer volcanic field which could theoretically be related, known as the Acatlan volcanic field, but for all intents and purposes that complex is extinct and has not erupted in more than 100,000 years. As further testing was done on the geothermal feature which formed this week, it was discovered that it wasn't volcanic at all. Instead, it merely represented a newly formed hot spring whose water, some of which flashed to steam, hence the gas we saw, ran up along a regional fault line.